Good morning, everybody. My name is Harry Jacobs. I'm sitting here Saturday morning about 8 o'clock here in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. I am the North of 60 gamer. I use that because I am 60 years old and Yellowknife is above 60 degrees. The weather is a balmy minus 20 today, so I just wanted to give you a taste of what I deal with. It'll stay that way till about April. So gaming is a great way to bring some relief to the stress of being indoors at minus 20. I am not an outdoors person. I am pasty white. With that being said, I just thought I'd like to sit and talk to you today about why I backed Darwin's journey. So this is my opinion based on my criteria. And I'm hoping by the end of this that you will either agree or disagree with me and will back or not back this. It's just a conversation. It's not meant to be buy this product. It's just meant to be here is why I bought it. In fact, I have 6 criteria, and we're going to go over those 6 criteria over the next few minutes just to convince you that I think it is a good buy. So the first thing when I'm evaluating a game for myself is, what's the theme? Is the game thematic enough to interest me in wanting to play? Now, I am a sucker for historical games, mainly around cities, Lisboa, Madeira, Ragusa. I backed the new Venice, but this game is historical in a different nature. It's scientific. It's about travel. My wife and I love to travel, so she actually pointed out this game to me. So if we look down here and we look at the Kickstarter page, which we're at today, and it looks at the game overview, it's all about Darwin's journey. So this is a Euro where players recall the memories of Charles Darwin. And there's a multifaceted board that supports this historical view of Darwin's journey. This is an interesting theme to me. I do like themes like this. Endeavor, even Planetarium has a theme similar to this, even though they're quite different games. These scientific journeys that you take, a historical look of whether the world is in formation or whether it's a colonialization. So the theme is really good here. I think it's going to be a relevant theme for people who like historical games. Another good reason to back at this point is just the names of the designer, Simone Luciani. He has done some great games in the past few years. I've got his Board Game Geek page up here, and you can see a number of really good historical games that he has brought to the market over the last number of years. That alone is probably worth just backing this game. Now I want to talk a little bit about the rules. So if we look at the page, we can go down and scroll down, and you can actually download the rules. In fact, I did, and I read the rules. So before we get into some of these other areas, there it is, we can download the rule book. The rule book is well written. It's short, maybe 6 pages, 7 pages. Really good examples. I think it's a good example of how a rule book can be for a Euro. I have played Euros that are crazy, where you need references upon reference books to teach you how to play. This game is not complicated. It has some Lacerda type rules where you make one action and it chains a bunch of other actions. And when I first tried it on Tabletop Simulator, I got a real Lacerda feel for it without the complexity of Lacerda games. So for me, that's a big issue, is that if I can read a rule book and I can play the game, it's worth a serious look. Too many games leave me wanting to go out, having to watch videos, read facts, read errata. This is going to be a game that you can get down on the table, read the rules, and start playing right off the bat. So next up on my list is playability and replayability. Now, they don't really have a how-to play section written out in this Kickstarter, But there is a number of really nice previewers who are looking at it. There's a 2-minute video. Here's a John Get Games. I just watched that. He did an excellent job of explaining the rules. Here again, we can download the Journey rule book to get an idea of how it plays. We can play it on Tabletop Simulator, which I did. I played a multi-handed solo game just to give myself an idea of how it plays. There's Man vs. Meeple. We have Rado. We have Meeple Mountain. We have all types of reviewers here. So I think playability is well covered in terms of how to play. The game is really easy. It is a worker placement game in which you place a worker, do an action, and repeat. So we're looking at the board here. That's why I scrolled up. The main actions are seal actions at the top. So you start with basically a 1 purple seal and a meeple or help adventurer who has a purple seal, which is a wild card seal, and you can use them for anything. Then you would place him in one of these magnifying glasses, and then you would do the action. The action is to get another seal, write a letter, travel with the beagle. So you're going to try to take your ship past the beagle because there is a lag penalty for scoring if you don't keep up with the beagle. And of course, you could adventure around one of the 3 islands that are available to you as they open up as your ships go further through the Galapagos Islands. Replayability, like any Euro, there's a lot of replayability from things like these extra actions. These extra actions are all determined by a random draw at the beginning of the game. Same as some of the scoring down here. Turn order, goals over here. Makes this game really highly replayable. So I think it's a good replayable game. So again, one of my highest criteria is, can I replay this game? Can I get this to the table multiple times? Will I play this? Do the people who I play with like it? I think they will. There's a few mechanisms in here that I really, really like. I like these multiple games in games. Do I research? Do I adventure? Do I move my ship? Do I write a letter? Plenty of different actions, all which will give you some scoring. Ultimately, though, I think the seals are going to be very important because without the seals, as you can see down here, sort of in the play, that you have to have multiple seals to do multiple types of actions. So the basic might be 1 green seal, but here you need 2 green seals or 3 green seals. Here, one of these could be 3 green seals and 2 red seals to do this. So some of these might not even be attainable. You also have to buy some of these areas and research them. And then once you research it, you open it up with your own personal lens, and then you gain a gold every time somebody uses that action. So you want to get in on that fairly early as well. So replayability, it's good. I highly recommend that you get this to the table. I think a lot of people are going to like it. So next we're going to look at what's in the box. This is where a lot of the value gets in here. What are the components like? So in the base game, you can see I have it up on the screen. We'll just scroll there. You're going to get a basic board. You're going to get a number of meeples, wooden meeples. The typical cardboard counters that are going to be used for the wax seals. Crew cards. Cardboard money. You're going to get transparent research tokens. You're going to get cardboard temporary tokens. Those are those purple seals that you can use. Animals, these are the animals you're going to be collecting. These are the specimens that are going to go down on the board so that when they get randomized through the game, again, the special action titles, randomized. These are personal lenses that you use to buy extra actions and get that extra coin. We have stamps that we use to write our letters, and we have our correspondence tiles. So you're going to get different replay for your correspondence. So here, if you win this, which is a mechanism of having more than the other guy, so did you correspond more than the other guy, you're going to get 4 gold versus 2 gold. Here you're going to have some player boards. There's a solitaire mode. There's the automa cards, and all the unlock stretch goal, all for 45 euros, which is about $70 Canadian. Now, I think the value here is the collector's item. It's 70 euros. It's $109 Canadian. But now you're getting into the metal coins, the soft plastic wax seals, giving you that really wax seal feel. I like quality of life improvements. You get a bag to pull the wax seals out of, so you randomize them. You get all the unlocked stretch goals, plus everything that we saw above. We also have, if we scroll down, what do we have for stretch goals? Let's just scroll down quickly to our stretch goals. I think this is really scenarios, more crew cards, a player aid sheet, wooden tokens for the research, because you do research along here. That helps your scoring. More research, more scoring. More beagle objectives, so as the beagle goes across, they score every turn. More solo mode. So I think just about everything here is unlocked at this point. This has done really, really well at this point. If we go quickly up to the top at some point, I think we're going to find that as of today, we've had almost 700,000 and almost 6,600 backers with 19 days to go. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is going to be $1 million, $1.2 million, and maybe 10,000 backers, maybe a little bit more, maybe closer to $1.5 million. So, yeah, this is going to be a good value game. I'm not big on resell. Some will say that I did do a series the other day and talked to a couple people who thought, well, if I don't like the game and I can get 90% out of this, we'll be happy and I'm going to buy it. If you're one of those people, I think you're okay with this purchase.